All right, so definitely a very exciting morning. Yesterday was one of the first days of live day trading on this channel after a very long time, and uh, fortunately, it was actually a pretty bad day for me. It was a great day overall, but it was a bad day for me because I actually ended up making a play that was not good. I decided after my patient watching to enter SPY puts. The first few minutes of SPY had been pretty slow and sinking, and it did look like it was gonna reject pretty hard, but it didn't. It flew. SPY went insane yesterday, right? So in these early minutes right here, where I decided to get put, especially on this candle, because it felt like 439 was successfully rejecting, but then it started popping up, and it was on this big candle right here that I was like, all right, we gotta exit these puts. And then I entered calls, right? So again, remember, I'm on a cash account now, smaller account. Took out my profits earlier to invest into my own personal things, and um, started the day yesterday with 3,000, lost 50%, so it's down to about 1,500. And right now, looking at things, I have exactly 1421.55 in there. Um, the calls that I entered were the 440 call. I got six of them. All right, so you can see that right here, and let me see what I got it at. My entry was 1.67. It went as high as 2.5 yesterday, so after my entry. And again, it would have been beautiful had I been like accumulating this down here, 1.3, sell it at 2. It could have been a great day, but I messed up. And it's harder on a margin on a non-margin account, right? On a cash account, it's a lot more difficult. On a margin account, not so bad, and you could always just get in and out all you want. With the humongous account, 25K, it's not so hard either. But I did mess up. All right, so this recovery was amazing. Give me 1 second. And what happened is this morning we saw a amazing gap up. So looking forward to how things go. If you look at SPY now today, we have a small opening breakout, right? Pre-market, the 4 a.m. period, which then easily, kind of went back down again. And then boom, CPI data came out and SPY has skyrocketed, right? So we're gonna get to see live how this contract booms up too. I don't know how it'll go. I did swing it, right? You have to swing plays confidently. If you know that something you're looking at is going to do well, you have to swing it very, very confidently. Um, if you're on a cash account, it's much more efficient that way. Swing plays are the way to go for cash accounts that are small and trying to grow. So now, I'm hoping this at least goes 100%, which will effectively replenish the loss from yesterday. It might even go more than that. What will be even more impressive and awesome is that if at market open this decides to keep going, right, and break past the 447.75 resistance up here. So we'll have to wait and watch for that. It's definitely possible. This pretty big gap of $6 to $7 so far is humongous, but SPY can do gap ups of about at least $10 in a day. Usually, SPY would have a $10 movement in either direction, no more than that, unless something insanely epic happens, right? So we're not seeing anything insanely epic like that yet, but in combination with the bull run, this is pretty nice. If we look at crypto, Bitcoin doing all right, still holding to where it was. Let's see, coin gapped up as well, humongous gap up on coin. Right, and then banks. So we'll see when the market starts, but even banks are looking really nice. I mainly like to watch JP Morgan. And then in general, our pre-market Biocardia is the big winner today. Right, so Biocardia, 4 a.m. if you were up, you got to see it pop up. It held, and then as you approach 8 a.m., you would have bought more, and boom, it went up another 100%. So it's up 245% on the day. and that's really freaking amazing. This is all based off of FDA's nod to study protocol for heart failure therapy, and heart failure being a humongous thing in America, this is a great win for Bicardia, right? So Bicardia is really just booming, and I don't know if it'll go any more than this, but FDA approvals or any FDA related news can be a huge catalyst for stocks to really get going. Remember, I'm always up 4 a.m. to trade things. Had I been on a margin account, I would have definitely bought this. Now, there's multiple types of things, right? This could have popped up and then fallen, but that didn't happen. It's not a pump and dump because this is legitimate news over here, right? FDA related stuff for any company is humongous income. And, if you were to watch this initial pop and then just watch for the pullback and just relax until 8 a.m., 8 a.m. is usually when you'll see what's going to happen because that's when all the other exchanges are open and everyone's available to trade and so on and so on. So you start seeing these first few green candles, you could join at any point. You could have entered here at 0.93. You could have entered at a dollar. Wait for it to hit a dollar, enter at a dollar, sell it at 1.5. It'll probably hit. It'll probably make it. So 1.43 is where it's lingering right now, and it's looking really good. It's looking really good. So good for them. Um, what else was looking good right now? Let me see. Bicardia, Air popped yesterday, right? So Air popped yesterday after hours. Again, on my margin account, that's something I'd be doing. I'd be trading after hours as well, right? So you can see yesterday, all day, it didn't really have any insane movements. It wasn't really on anyone's radar. And then boom, right? It started showing non-stop green candles after green candles. You could have entered at 9.2 and literally sell at like 10, 15, wherever. It went to 17.74. And right now it's just holding on this level right here around the 9.5 area. So good for them as well. Now, what I'm most excited for today is as soon as market opens, I really want to see where this contract price pops to. My estimate would be that it'll go to maybe $4. So that'd be pretty epic. I might enter a sell order for it to just fill. And since I have 6 contracts, I'll probably hold at least one just in case the market keeps popping. And I do have enough money to I think I have like $200 left over to utilize today as well for a play in itself. So we'll see where things are going. In terms of news events, right? So this is what the information looks like on the what is this? Oops, that's not what I wanted to open. Here we go. Okay, so things happening around the world, right? That's what you need to know about. So one of the big things is this garment worker protest in Bangladesh. So in case you didn't know, big companies like H&M and Zara, Parent, Inditex, and many others, even things like Shein, have their garment workers in Bangladesh, and they're paid really small amounts, $75 a month on average. And again, in Bangladesh, $75 is a pretty good amount of money, but not enough for a living. It's not like the equivalent to an 80K income in America or something like that. No, it's fucking trash. It's not gonna get them through anything. So protesters are seeking a minimum wage of at least 210 a month, which is again almost triple what they're being given right now. But this would be about a 7.25 an hour pay, which is fair pay. The only issue I'm seeing with this, and it's the issue I'm seeing with this demand too. I agree they're underpaid. They're pretty much like slaves, but at the same time, no one's forcing them to do the job, right? You have to understand, victim mentality is extremely popular throughout the world, and more so in the culture and communities that I come from, right? I'm from India. Pakistan and Bangladesh are pretty similar as well. And what happens is, if you can do a better job, if you have a higher paying job in Bangladesh, then go do that. You don't need to be working for H&M or Shein, right? But clearly they're choosing to work for these companies because the job is paying somewhat better than what they would have been doing otherwise, right? Or they're not capable of jobs because they have zero education, zero knowledge of anything in the world, and so on. Um, That being said, I understand that they're being severely underpaid and these companies are making great amounts of money. The demand is out of proportion, right? If I'm going to be paying 7.25 an hour to people in Bangladesh, I might as well just do the part and pay 10 an hour here, because shipping things over is another expense anyway, right? So again, I hope they're able to figure something out and get a slightly higher pay for themselves, but not from 75 to 210 a month. Maybe 150 a month, just double it, something like that. So that's something that's a huge issue over there. Nvidia upgraded its popular AI chip as the U.S. cracks down on tech exports to China. So again, the H200 is what they're calling it. Is designed to handle massive amounts of data needed for generative AI. And Nvidia said tech titans like Amazon, Google, and Oracle plan to use the newer chip by next year. So again, Nvidia for long-term swings looking beautiful, right? If we look at Nvidia real quick, let's see where it is, right here. On the daily chart, there was one day where it was just popping, and we're very close to that again, right? We're about to make a new high. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if that's today, right? With this massive gap up we're seeing in the entire market, today might be the day Nvidia now makes a new high and breaks past the 502.6, where we're pretty close to that as it is, and Nvidia can make massive movements of $20 in a day very easily, so that shouldn't be very shocking. Give me 1 second. Hey, yeah, sure, I'll be right there. All right, let's see how this plays out. I'm gonna leave this open on my contract. It's 9:16. I'll be right back very quickly. I am excited to see where this goes as soon as the market opens, but my aim is $3 at least. Alrighty. Let's see where shit is now. We have 8 minutes left to go. Take a look at what's happening on Discord. Oh, this is beautiful. Everything looks like it's gonna go more, which I'm definitely excited for. This last few green candles are even more promising, which is fucking epic. Can it go higher than 446.7? This would be beautiful. This would be beautiful. Coming back to the the plethora of news we were looking at. What else was? Oh yeah, okay. So disconnected, right? Omegle gone. The chat relay-esque site that connected strangers for video chats shut down. 14-year-old platform had resurgence on TikTok, and it's just not gonna work. It's too many pedophiles and creeps and whatnot, and it's just the internet's not the same anymore. McDonald's and Crocs are teaming up for a line of clogs and gibbets charms, which again, hopefully will just bring viral success to the companies, and that's what they're working on there. Boeing stock popped after Emirates Airlines said it planned to purchase 95 jets from the business. Boeing has struggled overseas following trade tensions, but now it's hopefully going to be, making some good business. And Nepal banned TikTok yesterday, 3 years after its neighbor India did the same. Nepal government said TikTok disrupts social harmony as global scrutiny of the influential Chinese app continues. Now, people are banning TikTok mainly because of its connection to China that they're fearing, right? It's not that TikTok itself is a bad app or anything like that. And to be entirely honest with you, this kind of shit that's happening makes me kind of want to make an all-American TikTok. That's not looking like a very bad idea, to be honest. So definitely something to work on if I ever get the money for it. All in all, though, not much else to talk about. The last bit of news is right here. SCOTUS now has an ethics code, which I'm surprised it didn't have before. I actually never knew. So these rules and principles are not new, but were meant to clear up an incorrect notion that the most powerful interpreters of the law were lawless. And now they have basically a code of conduct, ethical code of conduct kind of thing going on. Exxon is going to be a huge one I'll be watching and keeping eyes on for a long time now, because Exxon aims to become a major lithium provider for EV batteries, and with EVs skyrocketing, I look forward to Exxon doing even better as we move on. In fact, if we take a look really quickly at my list of oil stocks, so gas and commodities and ExxonMobil, looking great, right? And if we look at the daily chart, it's been falling lately, but it's not sinking below like 95. In fact, it's still over 100, and I love for it to make new all-time highs. These red candles are an indication to me that this is a pretty good time for people to jump into getting calls for the company, right? So definitely something that I'll be watching as we bangs master. Oh, this is crypto watch. Okay, as we move forward with markets. Let me see now. And then the last one here is Stellantis offers buyouts to white-collar workers. Chrysler makers looking to slim down expenses by offering voluntary separation packages, which basically just firing people. U.S. colleges welcomed a rush of students from India. Is huge news. 35% more students stateside than the prior year, boosting the U.S. international student population. This influx is driven by India's economic boom and growing population expanded the contingent of U.S. student visa holders. Most of them are STEM pursuant or business degree pursuant people, and their studies can really pay off. Basically, what's being said here is that bringing people from India who are looking for higher education into American soil is worth it, because it'll probably, at least one of them will birth the next version of Google CEO Sundar Pichai and Microsoft chief Satya Nadella, both of whom had left India for grad school in the U.S. So, all that being said, I'm just freaking excited right now. 2 minutes to go, and I cannot wait to see where my contract flies out to. In fact, I want to set a sell order. Where did I put my phone? Oh, right here. I want to set a sell order for these contracts because I'm pretty sure it's going to pop up really nicely, and I don't want to miss a pop and fall. But I also don't want to miss any of the profits by selling too low. I know that it'll open higher than the 2.6. I have a feeling it'll at least go to 3. The movement from 440 to 446, that's $6, man. That's a lot. This is how much it was worth yesterday at closing. Yeah, I don't even know. I'm just going to set up my screen so that all I have to click is sell. I'm going to put my price at $4. I think it'll get there. And I'm only going to sell 5 of these contracts. Right, so that's looking good. 5 of these contracts, and now all I have to do is click sell at $4 is what I'm going to try to get it to go. In fact, actually, I'll just no, I don't want to see. If I was to just submit the sell order right now, it would show up here, and then you could grab it and move it up as it's happening. But this might pop up all the way as soon as the market opens, so I don't want to risk it. With 20 seconds left to go, good luck to me. Let's see what happens. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Boom. 6.15. Oh my god, that's insane. That's insane. I'm gonna sell right now 6.5. I'm gonna sell 5 of them and just get out of there. Just get out of there. Yeah. Sold. Perfect. And I'm holding 1, but that's huge profit. Oh my god, that felt amazing. So now my account is at $4,200, and this is still going. In fact, it's going so quickly this can't even update right now. So let's refresh this. I want to see the huge green candle on that. My position right there. You go. There you go. Massive, massive gain. And that's how you play swings for CPI data that you pretty much are aware of is going to go well. Right now I have one that I'm holding on to because I do think that SPY is going to go more. And if it does, I'm going to get to make some pretty good money on that one right here. That was insane. Insane. That was plus $6,000, a 500% profit on SPY right there. And feels fucking good. My portfolio itself is up 200%. So all in all, it's grown, and that's all we need. That's all we need. I don't even know if I want to get into anything else right now. So end phase, massive pop, everything popped. In fact, I wonder what's still red. So LLY sinking a little at open, and MSTR. That's about it. Unbelievable. That felt really good. I don't really do swings much because it's not safe. Markets aren't always the best for swinging, and especially if volatility is high, then you don't want to risk that. But when things are looking good and you have multiple days of bullish runs, then a swing is permissible. So that being said, I think I'll try to see where this goes to. I don't have much funds available today, and I've already made a pretty good profit, so I'm gonna just keep that. The cons I just sold gave me buying power, but it's not settled cash. We have to remember how a cash account works. So although this was a massive pop and I made huge gains today already, 300%. Um, I don't think it's the money that I got is not settled, so I can't day trade it. It'll settle tomorrow since I just sold today. But I'd love to see SPY break past its barrier here at 447.7 and just keep going. I don't see much of a bearish recall happening here. The market is just too powerful, and anyone that's trying to make bearish moves happen is just going to continue losing money. I always say bulls are the one that run markets, right? Bulls are the ones that decide what's going to happen. Bulls decide if bears are going to win, and bulls decide if it's just going to go, right? Bulls are the ones that let it happen. It's not bears deciding, oh, we're going to make this sink. No, no, no. If bulls decide something is going to fly, it's going to fly. There's no stopping that. And if there's a bullish sentiment, then there's impossibility for bears to ever win. Enphase must have something going on for how it's popping right now. This is ridiculous. That's amazing. Not even its highest moments, right? I do remember looking at the stock in the days when it was worth 300 bucks, but I don't know what's happening lately where it's under 100, but it's been popping again. If it breaks over 100, I like to see where it goes. I'll keep an eye on this as well. As you can see on my master list, these are all stocks I keep an eye on because I watch them very closely for humongous gains. These are just my favorite stocks, and they always tend to have really good power. Um, Significant gains, and it's kind of my road to being becoming a millionaire. I recently started my Airbnb venture, so I've been pulling money out to furnish and whatnot for the Airbnb. But as I expand my Airbnb venture, I'm gonna need to keep making more and more gains in the markets to succeed. And I think ultimately today the only thing I'm looking out for now is to see if I can sell this at like 8 or something, depending on how high it goes and where SPY goes. The day has just started, and it is very much possible today that we might see 450 on SPY, right? So if that does happen, I might actually be selling this at like 8, 9, or possibly even 10. So I'm holding one runner, just see for that, and that's about it. Thanks a lot for joining, and I'll see you guys tonight for an after hours rerun of the day.